Disclaimer. Do not send any type of harassment or negativity towards the creators that I review. This includes hateful comments, mass paying the creators, dislike spamming, and toxic videos about them. This video is for entertainment purposes, and even then, what I say could be wrong, so please take my videos with a grain of salt. Enjoy! Okay, so there's another one of those hybrids that, the D-Rex 2.0. I don't really have a good feeling about this. But, okay, let's see what this guy, let's see what this guy has to offer. I wish not to start a conflict with other content creators, okay? Fair enough, I suppose. Except fictional conflict. I mean, it's supposed to be a not really fictional conflict. I feel like what they meant is that they... You know, we encourage debate. We encourage civil debate in the comments. It's just, it has to be civil. It cannot really be just toxic flame wars all over again.
May 5th, 2023, Goji Center made an analysis on the Ultimasaurus and then made a new and improved Ultima Imperatrix. Then they made an Indominus Rex 2.0.
And the Indominus 2.0 is meant to try and carry out a more efficient way of just causing a local extinction event. The Indom 2.0's objective is really just a walking extinction event, and there's really not much else to say about it.
And everyone tries to destroy it, but no one has been able to stop it.
Hank cannot, Primatus Rex cannot, Samson cannot, Maddie probably cannot, but Maddie does. Maddie is in the honorable mentions, so she actually stands some chance. Gilgamesh probably cannot, and this one CMR definitely, probably not.
Until now.
Vex is an aquatic hybrid.
I created a hybrid designed not just for Goji Center's hybrids, but
versus every single one of these hybrids. Okay. Judging by this design, I don't have high hopes for this.
Also,
but I'm going to try and be as fair as I can.
People's attempts to stop it. Meet the Demon Nima Hybrid Rex, or as I like to call it, the D-Rex 2.0. This hybrid has 12 species in its genome. Let's go.
Okay, 12 species is... Okay, so from what I've seen here, there's a Deinosuchus, there is supposed to be a T-Rex, there is a Komodo dragon, a great ape, which seems to be like an orangutan, Allosaurus anax, kangaroo, for some reason, okay. Tardigrade, we all know that tardigrade is just not good. It's just a death sentence in the hybrid war. Along with the axolotl, along with the mantis shrimp, electric eel as well, if used not properly. And the electric eel, a creature that used an electric eel gone to honorable mentions because they actually used the electric eel correctly. It's used for defense, not an attack. Anyways,
go through these hybrid features one by one. Body. We use Deinosuchus and tardigrade for the immune system.
Tardigrade, it's just not good. So Goji Center is really just... Have you learned anything from Hank, man? Tardigrade is just not good at all when it comes to creating a hybrid like this. It just gives the Indom 2.0 more proteins to just destroy, denature, and all that.
I used Iguanodon for the general body shape and pelvis. We used Maripunisaurus for size. It won't be 80 to 120 tons, because other smaller species will weigh it down to 23 to 31,000 kilograms and 27.25 meters. We also use Cynosuchus for bony armor. Legs. We use T-Rex, Iguanodon, and Maripunisaurus for strength to keep it standing, and Kangaroo for extra area and stability while fighting.
And again, kangaroos. Okay, this actually does work, sort of. This also kind of works, except the tardigrade, but so far a decent genome.
Kangaroo for extra area and stability while fighting. Tail. We use Deinosuchus to make it aquatic, and Kangaroo so it could go bipedal, using its tail like a third limb for...
But then a marsupial's tail is completely different from a reptile like this. With this posture, the tail is literally snapped in half, unfortunately. As you can see here, not a very good outlook over here. It's just kind of hurting my heart.
Balance. We use Stegosaurus to make slicing spikes to slice meat chunks from opponents.
Stegosaurus, okay.
Arms. For the arms, we used orangutan for posable thumbs and fast twitch muscles.
Orangutan is actually not a bad choice, given the orangutan the long reach. But then this creature is very, very top heavy. At least it doesn't commit the same mistake as Primatus Rex by trying to stand upright and trying to stand parallel as well. At least its knuckles are on the ground, so it's a bit more stable.
Then we used Allosaurus anax, also known as Saurophaganax, but that's invalid now, for hook claws and high resistance. So it can slice into its opponent and hook in and let the panicking animal slice itself to death. Head. We used two of the strongest bite force in the animal kingdom, the Tyrannosaurus Rex and the Deinosuchus for neck.
Then there's the problem of exposed teeth, and also those rotten flesh and all that. It's kind of like the same problem as the Indominus 1.0, even though the Indominus 1.0's bite is already incredible.
Neck muscles. Over 160,000 newtons of bite force. And you might think its skull would explode. Well, it would, but we used Komodo dragon teeth, coated in metal, and blood-clotting venom. We combined the venom with the blue Insularis pit viper.
Then again, the venom glands would compromise on the crushing bite. So, yeah, have you seen Goji Center's Hall of Shame video? It goes over a lot of mistakes those contestants did with their hybrids that led them to end up in the Hall of Shame.
Which has no antidotes, specialized for birds, amphibians, and mammals. This is the Demonohybrid Rex, meaning Demonic Hybrid King, also known as the D-Rex 2.0, battling other hybrids. Now we use other creators' hybrids to defeat the 2.0.
For one, Primatus Rex would probably just die. Look at this D-Rex. It's kind of oversized as well, don't you think? This feels almost the same length as, almost the same height as Primatus Rex, which is 25 feet. And judging by its body structure and all that, it's probably around like 60 feet. There's really not much contributors
D-Rex
to it.
versus Primatus Rex.
Oh, it's probably because of the Mamenchisaurus, my bad.
D-Rex could just
Not the Mamenchisaurus, Marapunisaurus. Sorry.
slap and impale the body of it due to lack of armor. D-Rex versus the Mortelodon Anthropicus. The D-Rex could just pick it up and bite it in two.
Or maybe just slap it to death. Because the Indoraptor 2.0, the Indoraptor 2.0 is not even meant to kill the Indominus 2.0. It's just meant to dispatch humans more effectively. Primatus Rex was meant to kill the Indom 2.0, but the Dangerfield cheated and still lost, and Primatus Rex is now in the Hall of Shame. Not is now the king of the Hall of Shame, along with 87 other failed hybrids.
D-Rex versus the Mortelodon Anthropicus. The D-Rex could just pick it up and bite it in two. D-Rex versus the patient falcon, Maddie.
I feel like Maddie could probably win this because Maddie would just simply go for D-Rex's eyes, and then the D-Rex... Could the D-Rex even do anything? It could probably. It could. And then Maddie's ways of doing stuff could have worked. Maddie is shown to be capable of defeating almost everything. I mean, will defeat a lot of stuff given enough training. However, she will die in one hit.
Maddie could dive bomb and cut itself on the sharp spikes of the D-Rex. D-Rex versus Vex. Due to
D-Rex versus Vex. Vex is an aquatic hybrid, so there really isn't... So I don't know why you have to just do this, because this is not really a fair matchup.
To the D-Rex aquatic adaptations and size could pull the Vex onto dry land and finish the job. D-Rex versus Hank. D-Rex could just slap and impale the body of it due to a lack of armor and immune to the poison of by the Deinosuchus immune system.
Could it even do that? Judging by the D-Rex's arms.
D-Rex versus Gojirasaurus 2.0. Gojirasaurus 2.0 emits harmful levels of radiation. Luckily, the D-Rex has tardigrade DNA.
Okay. This is the D-Rex 2.0. Really though, how many hybrids are you going to go over? Gilgamesh, Indominus 2.0, and Samson, Cthulhu, Ultima Imperatrix. Okay.
Which are immune to radiation, and the Deinosuchus immune system can also just help with general diseases. D-Rex versus Gilgamesh. The severe bite strength could bite through the armor of Gilgamesh.
Could it? Because look at Gilgamesh's armor. This thing is so heavily armored that the D-Rex can't even... Probably is not able to smash, probably not able to go through it. It's not, especially not after one bite, because that would be completely ridiculous. If anything, the D-Rex would win simply because of its height.
At over 100.
And Gilgamesh can't really reach the D-Rex's stuff except for its arms.
160,000 newtons and crush the skull. D-Rex versus 2.0. The venom wouldn't influence the D-Rex because of the Deinosuchus immune system, and the bite force could destroy the armor of the Indom.
Could it? Because like the Indominus 2.0's armor over here is really, really thick. Quite thick. And the Indom 2.0, by the way, can also pounce on top of the D-Rex 2.0, knocking it off balance, and then some. The Indom 2.0's true genome, although it's a double-edged sword, will actually work in favor of the Indom 2.0 this time because of continuous thrashing and just continuous biting. Just 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits after quick succession.
D-Rex versus Samson.
Samson is probably... Now, if I'm going to be blunt about it, is there any way for D-Rex to be able to destroy Samson? Like, even his freaking head. Even Samson's freaking head, you know, if Samson is going to be able... Even though Samson is really, really big, too heavy, perhaps, Samson could just... And, you know... Okay. Samson has to deal with a bunch of issues, like overheating and all that. One member of the Goji Senator team said that Samson could possibly exist. And if Samson is able to exist, then he's going to win hands down. Because the D-Rex, there really is no way for D-Rex to effectively counter Samson. Those tusks are in the way. And even if the D-Rex tries to go for the head, Samson could just stomp on it, thanks to the Megatherium hind limbs.
The dexterity of the hybrid could use the tusks against the elephant, and the venom of the Komodo dragon and Blue Insularis pit viper, which have no anti-venom, and the clotting the blood, specialized for birds, amphibians, and mammals, could end the mammal.
But then the Samson has fruit bats. One thing I would do here, Samson should probably replace the fruit bat or something. Vampire bat, maybe. I don't know at this point. I'm not really an expert at this matter.
D-Rex
I'm not really an expert at replacing components.
versus Cthulhu. You may think that
Cthulhu is another aquatic hybrid, so there really isn't anything to compare about that's fair.
D-Rex 2.0 is screwed here, but there's one critical weakness: a lack of armor. The Allosaurus Anax claws will slice through the whale rapidly, causing severe blood loss. D-Rex versus Ultimate Imperatrix. The reason I made this video. The dexterity of the hybrid could use the horns against the Ultimate and get out-grappled, and the bite force is strong enough to go through the armor.
Could it? Okay. Now, I imagine another battle is at the Ultimate Imperatrix. Could the D-Rex be able to grab Ultimate Imperatrix stuff? It's a ball. I don't think this guy ever mentioned the ball and socket joint of the forelimbs of the shoulder of the D-Rex 2.0. If it has a ball and socket joint, then fair enough. If it doesn't have it, then no, D-Rex would not be able to grapple the Ultimate Imperatrix. Well, unless if it's armor, but then the Ultimate Imperatrix, there's a reason why the Ultimate Imperatrix is still among the strongest hybrids to date.
Through the armor. Okay, I'm not trying my luck with Corey. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more paleontology news.
Okay, that's pretty much it about this video. This D-Rex likely cannot beat the Indom 2.0 due to its tardigrade stuff and all that. Anyways, it's not just because of tardigrades, it's because the Indom 2.0 has more dexterity in itself. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you all.